The day that Lincoln and I first met in the Congress, we did not know each other before, and we instantly created a bond and a sense of solidarity on this issue, on the fights over the funding of Radio y Televisión Martí, on the many ambassadors of different nations that we called into our office to persuade them to have their countries vote in different ways, on the day that I will never forget when Ileana, Lincoln, and I went to see thousands of Cubans who were in Guantanamo and had been repatriated in the lifts that had gone on, and we were there to try to ensure their freedom. And I will never forget that day as the three of us walked into those camps and would hear the cries of Ileana, Lincoln, and sitting down with the leadership that had been voted in the first free elections in Cuba, the leadership that had been voted in those camps, and those leadership saying to us, not when are we going to get out of here. The first thing they said is, why can't you get the rest of the world to join you in the embargo and end this repressive regime? It was a moment that I'll never forget, and then our advocacy on the way back to the United States and thereafter to ensure that they would come and seek freedom. The death of the Brothers to the Rescue and our work to see that their death would not have been in vain through the Libertad Act. I remember the negotiations. I remember sitting in a conference room with Dan Burton, who was the sponsor, and Jesse Helms at the time, who was the Senate sponsor, but the driving forces really in the crafting of that legislation was Lincoln, Ileana, and myself. I remember one of those moments when Lincoln was saying, "Oh, y tú sabes cómo puede ser Lincoln." Esto lo tenemos que aceptar. Y me dijo, Bob, esto es clave. Esto tenemos que codificar el embargo y no puede haber luz entre tú y yo. Recuerde que es la administración del presidente. Y la Casa Blanca me llamó y me dijo, tenemos oportunidad de negociar algo aquí. Le dije, no, no y no, y por eso el embargo no es orden ejecutiva que se puede cambiar por una pluma de cualquier presidente. Es la ley de los Estados Unidos, y Lincoln Díaz Balart fue una gran parte de esa realidad, y por eso tenemos que tenerle un orgullo enorme.